tonight we are. I mean, this is, how do I put it? We on automatic in terms of, the rifling, the weaponry we're using tonight. We're just going all out. And what we're going to do is cover and debunk a number of different myths about Black men. And I wanted to get BGS up in here with me to do it because it's a lot more fun, for one, to bounce off of your brother when we're talking about it. But there's a lot of info to cover. So I wanted to kind of get that in. So let me start. And this one is a slide that I use in my classes. And the reason I'm putting this up in terms of cancer, prostate cancer in particular, and heart disease, the reason I show this is because I hear a lot about breast cancer. I hear a lot about women. And I remember this is actually this came about from a conversation I had with Tommy. And I don't remember how we got to it, but we were just casually talking about cancer. And he was like, well, the rates for men are much higher.
Yeah.
The thing about it is I had never heard that at that point. I had never heard that information. So just to kind of, I know it's hard to see the two charts. They're kind of small. I apologize for that. But the chart on the left is for males. The chart on the right are for females. And one of the things you may not be able to see clearly is on the side, it has the rates per 100,000. Starts at 0 at the bottom, goes to 350 at the top. The women's numbers in the red line are Black women. The yellow line are white women. You got green is Asian. I think blue is Pacific Islander, and Hispanic is brown. So the highest line there are Black women, and you see it's right around a rate of 200 per 100,000. Black men's rates range from 350 in 1999 to about 275 in 2011.
About almost double. Yeah.
So Black men's are higher, right? In terms of prostate cancer, African American men are more likely to develop prostate cancer compared to Caucasian men, and are nearly 2.5 times as likely to die from the disease. Seen above, cancer rates are even much higher in Black men than in women, although scientists do not yet understand why prostate cancer incidence and death rates are higher among Black men. It is widely believed that it is a combination of genetic differences, lifestyle, nutritional habits, and medical care may all play a role in the statistics. We've already talked about heart disease on the top 10 causes of death, but it is the absolute leading cause of death. But I wanted to point out in terms of cancer, for everything we hear about cancer, the only time it's gendered in pop culture and the mainstream media is when it's dealing with breast cancer, right? And here's the rub: Black men can get breast cancer.
Yeah.
So even though women far outnumber men in terms of breast cancer, men can get breast cancer. When it comes to prostate cancer, unless you're gonna start playing with trans folks, ain't no women getting prostate cancer. Ain't no women getting prostate cancer. It's not happening. But anyway, so I just wanted to point that out. When you start to look at the data around cancer, you find that Black men, not just men, Black men in particular, numbers are higher, right? And so I also want you guys to see why we do the kind of stuff we do. Shout out to Cedric for the Cash App. Appreciate that generous support. Thank you for that. I wanted to show you why I'm so driven about Black men, because I know these stats. And oh man, Uru's dropping it tonight. He said Richard Roundtree has breast cancer.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's back maybe 25 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, I had not heard that. Yeah, it's only like somewhere between, I think it's like around 2%, 2 to 4%, somewhere in there of men that get breast cancer, especially in the Black community.
Yeah, it's rare.
It's rare, but it is nonetheless. It's ironic that men and women can get breast cancer, and we fixate on breast cancer as a gendered issue, but only as it pertains to women. Meanwhile, prostate cancer is higher, and nobody really, like, when's the last time you actually saw sporting events where people were wearing ribbons to raise funds for prostate cancer? I don't see it. I don't see it. Right? Shout out to Pi Mai, says gotta have a prostate to get it.
Well, I say yes, you do.
And I would urge brothers to stay on top of that, which is something I need to do at this point as well, is that, you can forget about it for a period of time, but stay on top of it. It's nonetheless something men experience more. So any final observations before I move from here?
No, I mean, The most vulnerable people actually are the most ignored.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Shout out
black
to-
men. I mean, how many times we have to see stats like this?
Yeah.
But to get no attention.
Shout out to Mr. Black ADOS, as my homie died of breast cancer 25 years ago.
Mm.
Oh. You don't see that in the news though.
No, very, very seldom. Very seldom.
Look at this. You see, this is what happens when you show black men. Look, ribbons will be brown, right?
Oh, you ain't shit.
I mean, trying to share information with others.
You can't take them nowhere.
Can't take them nowhere.